Hey guys, so we are back with Under the Thorns. I kind of took a break from playing games for a while, so we are on chapter 3. Bum bum bum. We still don't understand why this is creepy, but I think we're going to learn. Clara, Miss Quiller requests your presence in her room. Hearing my name, I was instantly transported back to the conversation we had just shared. My curiosity piqued. The memory of her request, an errand needing my assistance, surfaced in my thoughts. Setting aside the cleaning supplies, I hurried to Olivia's quarters, recognizing the urgency in her tone and responding with a decisive knock upon her door. Come in. Papers still littered the room, testament to the ongoing task of organization that Olivia diligently undertook. The muted words felt like a growing weight in my chest, forcing me to interrupt the symphony of rustling paper and finally make myself known. Good morning, Miss Quiller. Ah, Clara, you're here. I thought it might be someone else. Olivia reached into her arms and retrieved a pair of papers. These letters note down the symptoms of illness. Please be careful not to lose them. Certainly, I will be cautious. Olivia confirmed that she would call me once the carriage arrived tomorrow, including a map for good measure. Her thoroughness left me speechless, making my worries shared with Edward the previous day seem utterly trivial. I apologize for the urgency, but precision is crucial since the Lord will be relying on those medications. So don't forget to obtain the medication directions from the doctor. Yes, I'll ensure to get them. After carefully folding the paper, I tucked it securely into my front pocket. In the midst of my actions, Olivia's voice pierced through the air, carrying a weight of a sudden recollection. By the way, Clara, whispers have reached me of you spending much time with the young lord. Is there any truth to that? Oh, no, of course not. We totally have. We literally just tried to get him to go with us to run these errands. Though Bruce seemed to buy my act, Olivia's discerning eyes revealed the truth beneath the surface. Ooh. A skeptical frown creased Olivia's features, communicating her disbelief, without a single spoken word. I had my own suspicions. Now I know where to place them. Well, I don't blame you. Lord Edward is a wily man. He seemed innocent. Her words caused me considerable distress, prompting me to attempt a defense. A defense? Is that right? No. Unfortunately, my discontent failed to elicit any response from Olivia. Why are they like such haters of like the people that owns it? Like they're like, oh, he sucks so bad. Like so far, he's a little baby angel, and I know this game is not about to be like we're special because like what the heck, no. And with that innocence of his, he managed to make 13 servants quit their jobs. Ooh, okay, snapback. Clara, I have a duty to protect the servants. That includes you. You'll have to keep in mind that everything I say, even if it seems harsh, is to keep you safe. Understood, ma'am. A sigh escaped my lips as I pushed open the door and stepped out into the hallway. My head throbbed with a dull ache and a physical echo of the turmoil brewing within me. If Edward truly is what Olivia claims, then what has been his motive in engaging with me all this time? because we're pretty. Duh. But the headache quickly faded, leaving no trace on my present self. Who was I fooling? I was once Lady Jane's fiery maid, a rebel punished tenfold, but forever proud. Or at least that's who I was before I came here. Being bold in words is simpler than putting into action. The recent warning echoed in my mind. Oh, mostly about your tenure, of course. We've placed a friendly wager. Oh, sorry. Cannot stop yawning. We placed a friendly wager amongst ourselves on just how long you'll last before throwing in the towel. Better watch your step with Lord Edward. No nattering. That's the rule. Clara, I have a duty to protect the servants, and that includes you. They're essentially telling me to avoid Edward like the plague, but he's not exactly someone I can easily dismiss. Ignoring him altogether is an impossibility. After all, he's my employer. That's what I've been saying. He's kind of our employer, like Pookie with the program. Whatever you need, sir. I must say, the suggestion that I simply disregard my employer is quite perplexing. It seems they've lost touch with the realities of the workplace. Why is the British accent coming in when I don't need it? Also, I know it's a really bad accent, but sometimes when I start talking like that, it just gets stuck. So bear with me. With a heavy sigh, I continue wiping down the tombstone. The more I think about it, the more I doubt. It's getting way too complicated. What's getting complicated? Just you, Pookie. I mean, ah! A gasp escaped my lips as I flung the mopping cloth at Edward. With practiced ease, he snagged it out of the air as if he anticipated the outburst. I hesitated, unsure whether to commend his reflexes, honed after countless days of dodging my impromptu projectiles. Locked in a wordless duel, our eyes met, and Edward's face gradually flushed a deep crimson. Why are you staring at me like that? I know he didn't say it like that, but that's how I feel. Why are you staring at me like that? I think my brain has been addled by what people have been saying. Girl, don't say that. What are you doing? Girl, you gonna get them all fired. By who? Me? Including you too. Though the blame primarily rests on the other's shoulders. I mused inwardly. My gaze remained fixed on Edward's eyes. He does have really pretty blue eyes. I peered into his eyes, searching for a trace of the villain that they claimed he was. Yet his eyes held no hint of malice, only a tinge of exhaustion. Like, is he either not what we think he is this a ghost, or is the people of the house actually, like, brainwashed or something? Like, I don't understand. Maybe the spirits got into the other people in the house and it makes them hate them. Or maybe they are the spirits in the house. I don't know. Despite the warning of others, I could not bring myself to treat Edward with disdain. With a timid glance around, I began narrating the events that had unfolded. Girl, don't be doing that. You will get fired. My story left Edward's face ashen, his features etched with a profound sense of gravity. Oh no. Girl, why did you tell him that? Did Olivia really say that about me? That I'm a deranged bastard who forced those 13 people out? Even though I can't prove it, I'm telling the truth. Girl, why are you telling this to your employer? You're literally going to get your butt beaten, exiled, or fired by the staff. I didn't mean to imply you were lying, Clara. I trust your word. It's just... I'm perplexed to ask why Olivia would circulate such rumors about me. Edward paused, his eyes meeting mine with a steady determination that spoke volumes. Ooh, is she about to get fired? Clara, there's something I'd like to show you. Would you be willing to meet me at the mausoleum tonight? What are you gonna show me? He's so fine, though. Look at this man. Tonight? Weren't we told not to go outside at night because the shadows are gonna like kill us or something? They've never told us what these shadows are and what they're gonna do if we like answer either. So I'm just like, what's going on? Okay. If this request makes you uncomfortable, just let me know and I'll drop the matter entirely. He seems sweet. The echo of Olivia's disapproval lingered in my mind as a reminder of the trust I had betrayed. Yeah, girl, you snitched on her. You said anything for my man. He's not even your man. Yeah, Edward's desperate expression pierced through my defenses, making me question my resolve. Should I trust him and break the rules? Yes. Girl. Let's hope we don't die. Oh my gosh, what if we die? If you ask me, the answer is undeniably a resounding yes. In a rather peculiar turn of events, I'm convinced that the Edward I encountered was a man of profound authenticity. What can I do for you? Edward's eyes widened in astonishment as he grasped the implications behind my question. Girl, what are you asking? His jaw clenched tightly, attempting to suppress some surge of emotion. He then methodically outlined the plan. Let us meet here at midnight. With a gentle press, he placed his pocket watch in my palm, his eyes filled with a silent promise. Why was he so shocked that we agreed? Now I'm a little nervy. What is he trying to kill us? Oh no. My fingers traced the contours of the watch's lid. I nodded in understanding. The task was simple enough. The rules of this manor are not definitive. Despite my transgressions, Olivia's forbearance hints at measure. Oh my gosh, what does that even mean? Olivia's forbearance hints at my measure of flexibility. I don't even know what that sentence means. Perhaps that's why I'm allowed to remain in this manor and even converse with Edward once more today. Besides, I could recall the employee handbook mentioning of the night watchman. This assured that the corridors posed no true threat. Girl, I feel like we're about to get killed in this hallway. I should have saved before. Oh gosh, we gonna die. If an unsettling feeling crept into my heart, I could swiftly retreat to the safety of my room. And if, against all odds, my daring escapade failed, I could always resort to begging Lady Jane for her favor once more. With a reckless glint in my eyes, I met Edward's glazed gaze. With a furtive glance at my pocket watch, I grasped the doorknob, fingers trembling slightly. But the hinges, generously oiled, yielded to my touch without a single creak, allowing the door to open silently. Door to empty rooms need to be open, but I'll make an exception this time. Why do I feel like that's a mistake? Somebody gonna be in here. The weight of the four transgressions pressed down on me, each one a stone in my heart. The air crackled with the potential for expulsion, a fearsome storm brewing. However, a defiant spirit, a glimmering handle in the darkness ignited within me. With a weary sigh, I slipped out, the door closing with the final thud, leaving my actions to be judged by the certain hand of fate. From the vantage point of the master bedroom window, the mausoleum stood unadmissible. This means its presence dominated the landscape directly opposite to the servants' quarters. With an urgency of a fugitive, I sprinted across the first floor corridor, the feeling of the feeling of a thief clinging to my skin. My heart pounded in my chest, even footsteps echoing in the stillness. Every shadow held the potential danger. I was primed to vanish into the darkness at a moment's notice. Yet the anticipated encounter never materialized. Okay, what do you guys think is happening? I don't know what's going on. The profound silence that shrouded the manor house still instilled a sense of unease, making me question the presence of any night watchman altogether. I don't think they exist, Spooky. Is anyone here? With a murmured word barely audible, I stepped out into the courtyard. The stillness of the night was shattered by the sudden intrusion of an orange glow, slowly but steadily approaching. I retreated to the shadows of the trees, peeking cautiously from behind a sturdy trunk. If anyone was bold enough to flout the rules, I reasoned, it could only be Edward. However, as the approaching figure materialized in the moonlight, my heart lurched and blood drained from my face, leaving me pale and trembling. Huh? I think she evil! A figure emerged from the darkness, her form obscured by a flowing robe. It was Olivia. Her imposing frame barely concealed the garment. Despite the wind whipping and the lantern in her hand, its flame revealed a captivating aura that transcended the attempt of anonymity. My eyes glued to her every move. I watched her progress with a mixture of trepidation and fascination. That path leads to the annex building. What could possibly be going on in the empty annex building at this late hour? Girl, they're evil. My curiosity simmered, urging me to follow Olivia's footsteps with cautious vigilance. Olivia's pace faltered after a short distance. She paused before the dilapidated structure. Halfway between the courtyard and the imposing annex building, I caught a glimpse of it earlier. The cabin appeared ready to crumble at any moment, its weathering timbers groaning under the weight of neglect. Olivia, however, seemed unfazed by its precarious state. With a practiced hand, she opened the door and slipped inside. As the door creaked shut, I carefully approached and gave the knob a gentle turn. Of course, she wouldn't leave it unlocked. Girl, you're too loud. She gonna hear you. I can't even. Sorry, also, I'm so stuffy right now. I literally feel like I'm swallowing snot. Something of immense significance must have been concealed within those walls, evident in the deliberate act of securing the door at that unsettling hour. Bum bum bum. Hello, hello. Sorry, I'm back. I had to go get coffee. My mind raced with possibilities and urge to unravel the truth, but then the weight of my initial business came crashing down, leaving me no choice but to turn away, a frustrated sigh escaping my lips. Hello? I don't know why it paused itself again. Anyways, we just fooled ourselves by saying, oh, well, it makes sense, because she's the head housemaid that she'll work overnight, and we're so lying to ourselves because that's just not true. If she had to sneak around like that in the middle of the night, it must have been way more urgent than I thought. Girlie, you lying to your lip. I attempted to rationalize her actions, justifying them in my mind as I turned and walked away, yet the weight of my concern remained, manifesting in the heaviness of my steps. My man. Reaching the mausoleum, I found Edward leaning against the cold stone, his eyes closed in contemplation. Bathed in the soft moonlight. Whoa. Can I breathe? Goodness, I could not breathe. Okay. Bathed in the soft moonlight, he seemed unaware of his hair glowing an ethereal blue, its color intensified by the night. This gave him an air of quiet mystique. My lord, I'm here. The sound of my call reached him, drawing his eyes open gradually. A gentle smile, like the first rays of dawn, spread across his face.
よく来てくれたね。大変じゃなかった？
Ah, Clara, I'm pleased you're here. Did you have any trouble getting here? No, not at all. I'm a regular here by now.
そう？よかったね。迎えに行くことができなくて心配だったんだ。
That's a relief to hear. I was concerned, for I couldn't come for you myself. He gathered the blanket that had been resting on his lap.
話が長くなりそうだから準備したよ。
Knowing my stories can run a bit long, I thought you might appreciate this. And he's considerate! My man. Girl, take the dang blanket. I'm alright, I'm not feeling the chill too much. Girl, shut up, take the blanket. I extended my hand with haste, hoping to convince him of the mild temperature, but Edward didn't seem to believe me. No, I really mean it, my lord. You should put the blanket on. Edward's hand appeared, palm open and inviting, his fingers outstretched like a bridge waiting to be crossed. I locked eyes with him and then intertwined our fingers. He slowly pulled me close, the warmth of his touch radiating through my palm. He led me to the seat beside him, his gentle tug a silent command to join him.
これはどう？こうすれば二人ともかけられるけど。
How's this? This way we can both be covered. Are you putting moves on me right now, Lord Edward? Edward was draping the blanket over our shoulders when his hand stilled, the blanket suspended in midair. Wait, suspend. Does that mean it's floating in the air? I'm so confused. A gasp escaped his lips, not from exertion, but from the sudden awareness of our proximity. The warmth of his presence intensified under the shared blanket, and I turned to face him, drawn in by his nearness. Oh, look at his little shy face! He's like, why did I do that? And we're like, he did that, you know? The silence stretched, thick and heavy, until Edward, like a rusty wind-up toy, began to turn his head. His cheeks, flushed with a rosy glow, were visible in the moonlight of soft luminescence.
あ、ごめん。近すぎた。
I'm sorry, Clara. I was too close, wasn't I? Pookie, you are not close enough. Come here. It's all right. You were just trying to be thoughtful.
気まずかったら立ってもいいよ。いや、僕が立った方がいいね。
You may rise if you find it... No, wait. Perhaps I should rise instead. See, he's just a little thoughtful Pookie Bear. Pookie, stay right where you are. Don't move. What? I'm perfectly fine, my lord. Please remain seated. See, she's with the program. Oh. My attempt to rise from the ground became a comedic spectacle as my feet tangled in the treacherous depths of the blanket. Girl, why are we trying to get up? Can y'all just stay sat? It is really not a big deal. Edward, unwitting participant in my impromptu performance attempted to regain his balance, but our efforts were doomed to failure. We rolled across the floor in a flurry of limbs. When we finally came to a stop, our faces were only a few inches apart. I wish something like this would happen to me. Like, oh, look at his little smile! I couldn't help but laugh at the ridiculousness of the blanket engulfing us like a playful octopus. Edward, caught in the unexpected turn of events, soon joined in, our laughter filling the night with joy and a touch of self-deprecating humor. After a while, breathless and grinning, we untangled ourselves and continued our conversation, the memory of our shared clumsiness forever etched in our minds.
大丈夫
Are you all right? I laughed so hard I can hardly stand up straight.
実は僕も
Actually, me too, I confess. The seriousness of our intended conversation was swept away by the wave of embarrassment. In its wake, a lighter atmosphere emerged, filled with playful laughter. This shift in mood allowed me to reframe my question, infusing it with a touch of humor that mirrored the newfound ease we now shared. Well, now that the air is clear, perhaps you'd like to share what brings you here tonight?
二人で気楽に話がしたかったんだ
There's a matter I wish to discuss with you privately. Okay, here. Okay. The day felt suffocating, filled with the weight of countless eyes watching our every move. The persistent scrutiny of the other servants made it difficult for Edward and me to find a comfortable space for a private conversation. Edward gave a hefty sigh and pushed himself into a seated position. He literally is the lord of the manor. He could be like, leave. Like, leave the room. Go do this. Go do that. Stay away from me. No. You're fired. Like, he could be doing all this. But he's not, because he's not mean like they say he is. Like, he's a very sweet Pookie Bear. Those people probably quit because of the other servants. Edward gave a hefty sigh and pushed himself into a seated position.
君が僕を信頼しているのか知りたかったし
Oh! And lastly, I needed reassurance, the certainty that you trusted me. Of course I trust you, because the other people, they be speaking nonsense. That's what I'm saying. Because why are you guys like, this man is evil and he gets people to quit when he's literally like, oh my goodness, take the blanket. No, it's cute. Like, he's Pookie Bear. Leave the poor man alone. And he's your boss. So stop talking bad about him. The heck? Without question, I trust you, my lord.
うん今は僕もそう思っている
Thank you, Clara. Everything is now perfectly clear. Oh. Should I be scared? The rigidity of his features softened, replaced by an expression that spoke of ease and comfort. Okay. I couldn't tell if that was like a death glare or like just calm. Because for a second I was like, ah! The seriousness that had once clouded his eyes was now replaced by a spark of youthful spirit. This wasn't a setback, but a revelation. It warmed my heart to see him finally open up and reveal his true self. I think he's so stinking cute. Look at him. When he became aware of the intensity of my gaze, Edward gently looked away. See, and he's shy. He's my baby. My baby. Duh.
それじゃあ少し歩こうか夜に見る庭園はかなり美しいんだ
Considering our current location, would you be interested in taking a walk together? The garden is particularly stunning at night. The garden? It's probably too dark to see much, wouldn't you say? The garden, which I had noticed through the corridor windows before coming here, was completely shrouded in impenetrable darkness. Oh gosh! But Edward, his hand outstretched with an unwavering confidence, dispelled it with a reassuring gesture.
行ってみればわかるよ
You'll see things differently when you see it yourself. You'll be singing a different tune. Am I gonna be scared? Are you gonna like kidnap me. Oh, it's gorgeous. Actually, it's so pretty. A kind soul had preemptively lit the lamps, alleviating my concerns as the soft glow illuminated the path. That's what gave him his confidence, I reckoned, having a look around. My word, this place is a complete metamorphosis from its earlier state.
夜の庭は邸宅の自慢なんだ。以前はここで一晩中パーティーを開いていたみたいなんだよ。
The garden at nightfall is a source of immense prize for our manor. I've heard accounts of all-night festivals taking place here in the past. Don't tell me you still do that, do you?
いろんな事情が重なってね。
Things haven't been quite the same. Oh. Edward's voice, though laced with a hint of worry, carried a hopeful melody I hadn't heard before.
お父さんが全快されたらまた始めようかと思う。
Perhaps I shall consider reviving the practice when my father regains his health. Oh, Pokey. I have full confidence that he will recover. Lifting the candle stand beside me. Okay, there we go. I met Edward's warm smile and we began our walk. Sometimes I cannot comprehend what I'm reading, you know? The air hung heavy until we reached the fountain, where he finally broke the silence and spoke.
君も知っているだろうが、この邸宅では誰も僕に話しかけてくれない。
As you are aware, I'm ostracized within these walls. Why? Probably has something to do with Miss Queller's orders.
単に指針のためではない。クララ、僕は
The situation is far more complex than orders. Clara, I am... Edward's lips became a tight line, the subject of a thorny barrier to his voice. The candlelight flickered and danced through his hazy blue eyes, reflecting the turmoil within. Sensing his struggle, I reached out, a silent offering of comfort. Perhaps we can discuss this matter next time. Girl, no, I want to know now. He's what? What are you? Are you a ghost? Are you real? Are you not real? Are you an illegitimate son? Like, why are you ostracized? I want to know.
次はないかもしれない。
What? There may not be a next time, he murmured in a voice trembling with unease. Startled, I yelped and flinched. My focus had been solely on him, rendering me oblivious to the stone beak jutting out from the ground. Acting swiftly, Edward wrapped his arms around me, but inadvertently dropped the candle stand. Oh no, we're gonna get caught out here. It's gonna be so bad. Miss Queller's gonna kill us. The shortened candle tumbled down, its flames sputtering and dying in the darkness. A moment of silence settled upon us before Edward cut my cheek, his gentle touch reassuring.
大丈夫?
Are you alright? Yes, my lord, but the candlelights. With a heavy sigh escaping my lips, I felt the tension ease from Edward's embrace as he loosened his hold.
音がしたから人が来るだろう。部屋まで連れて行ってあげる。
The noise we created may attract unwanted attention. Let me escort you to your chamber. I assure you, I'm alright. Please proceed ahead of me. Girl, let him be a gentleman. What are you doing?
いや、僕が呼び出したのに一人にさせるのはちょっとあれだよ。
I cannot in good conscience leave you alone, especially considering that I'm the one who requested your presence. Thank you. See, he's Pookie Bear, and I love him, and we need to get our head out of our booty hole. But I'm your servant.
どうせ戻るでしょ?
It's situated along the way, anyways. What do you mean? My room is on the opposite to your... A piercing epiphany jolted me upright. You're returning to the mausoleum again? Edward inclined his head in a tepid acknowledgement.
眠れない日には時々そうするんだ。気分が良くなるんだよ。
Yes, I visit often on nights where the slumber eludes me. provides a sense of solace. Is he also gonna die? I'm so confused. I like want him. Like I want to scoop him up. Even on a night as frigid as this, you'll surely fall ill if you remain awake all night.
さっきは寒くないって言ってなかった？
Did you not claim earlier that the temperature was mild? Oh, he's teasing us now. It most certainly is now. Edward's lips twisted in a bemused smile, his surprise betraying my bold declaration. See, he's so fresh. Like, what do you mean he's evil? He's Pookie Bear. I can't even. He shifted away awkwardly, unable to meet my gaze, and glanced down at the floor.
仕方ないね。
Then I suppose I have no other choice. His expression bore a curious mix of embarrassment and inexplicable pleasure, as if he had never encountered such a feeling before. Oh, now he looks worried. Astonishment washed over me as I witnessed this unfamiliar side of him, prompting me to turn my head away in surprise. The feeling was strange, a nebulous sensation that eluded comprehension. Cloaked in the pretense of vigilance, I shadowed him as we made our way through the labyrinth corridors, our destination, Edward's room. Girl, you going to his room? Oh, well, why are you walking him to his room? He wanted to walk us to our room. He pivoted towards me, his eyes asking a silent question. Are you happy right now? My hand instinctively reached for the doorknob. Edward's face contorted in bafflement, and as he restrained my hand, he's like, don't go into my room.
男の部屋に入ってもいい？
Yeah, that's what I thought. Are you truly comfortable entering a man's chambers? I can't remember what I was reading or watching before. Oh, it's this like manhwa that I'm reading. But it was like, you shouldn't allow men in your chambers. Don't do that. And so I guess that's why I'm like, girl, do not go into his room unless you're ready to get down. Quite frankly. Which, I mean, it's quite alright, sir. I've been here countless times while cleaning.
そうなんだ。
I see. It's like, if you're like a teenager and you have a boyfriend and you go over when his parents aren't home and you guys are hanging out in the living room and then all of a sudden, like, you go walk into his room. It's like, it's kind of implying, like, something could happen here. Not that it is. Something could. Like, scandal. Despite my answer, Edward's discomfort was palpable. He's like, don't go in my room. He's so cute. He sought to hide his discomposure by burying his head in his hands, having sensed my concern for his vexation.
入ってもいいよ。
You may enter, my shy Pookie Bear baby. Though his shyness was unnecessary, the tips of his ears betrayed a blush, their color vibrant against the paleness of his skin. I feel pardon my intrusion, sir. Okay, bougie room. I mean, like, what else did I expect? I really want a canopy over my bed, too. Like, this is cutie pie. I pushed the door open and surveyed the room within. A pleasant surprise awaited me. Edward's room was meticulously tidy, a testament to the effort to maintain order despite their lack of interest in the actual owner of this room. Okay. I sauntered over to the wardrobe and casually selected a change of clothes. Edward, who had been stationed by the closed door, dashed towards me with a surprising agility.
クララ、僕のクローゼットをなぜ？
Clara, what purpose does my wardrobe serve? It's for you to change into. Here's your nightshirt.
ああ、
Ah.
ありがとう。
Ah, I understand. Thank you. Does he never change his clothes? That's a little questionable. Maybe it's because the servants lay it out for him. Okay. Would you like assistance into changing into your nightshirt? Girl! I know that's not bold, but like to me that feels bold. I bet he's gonna get flustered. Yup. He's like, what? You want to change me? It's like, like I could just feel the trembling actually. His eyelids fluttered rapidly before widening in surprise. The flesh on his cheeks extended to the tips of his nose, lingering effect of the cold, perhaps. No, girl, it is not a lingering effect of the cold. You just offered to change his clothes. He's like, no, don't look at me like that.
いや、本当に大丈夫だよ。一人でもちゃんと着れるよ。
No, no, thank you. I'm capable of doing it myself. I nodded respectfully, observing as Edward hastily snatched his nightshirt and shuffled away. He isn't a lady, I suppose. I decided to respect Edward's I know this word, but I don't know how to pronounce it. Autonomous choice. Girl, it's because he still feels insecure, even though he's not a girl. Like, shut up. Are we this blind? Once he was changed, Edward informed me that I was free to leave if I desired. However, I remained adamant. A gnawing anxiety stirred within me as Edward, now lying on his bed, cast repeated glances towards the window. So he's just laying in bed and we're just standing in his room. Okay, girl, what are you doing? The mausoleum, his mother's final resting place, seemed to exert an undeniable pull on him. I intend to remain here until you fall asleep, so there's no point in persisting. With directness, I cut through the silence, and Edward responded with a grim nod.
クララ、僕は子供ではない。
Clara, I am not a child. And when have I ever treated you as such?
今がそうじゃない？
Right now, don't you think? You are mistaken. Do you truly wish for a demonstration of what treating someone like a child is? Oh my gosh, we're about to put the moves on him so hard. Because it's gonna be like tucking him in, giving him a good night story, maybe a kiss on the forehead, and he's gonna be like, ah, and just short circuit. So, yep. I took a seat on the edge of the bed and began singing him a lullaby, mimicking the soothing melody my mother had sung to me as a child. Edward paused, his brow furrowed in perplexity. What troubles you? I
この
believe
歌、どこかで聞いたことがあると思う。
I've heard this song before, somewhere. It's a popular lullaby. My mom used to sing it to me when I was troubled.
お母さんがどんな方か聞いてもいい？
Your mother, may I ask to her nature? As long as you don't find it trivial, of course. My tales, for the most part, chronicled my mother's admonitions, I don't know, for my various mishaps. Despite my inability to fathom what he found so captivating about my mundane narrative, Edward steadfastly urged me to continue. My grumpy visage, drained of further stories, stared back at him. Why do you find stories of my humiliation so amusing? Girl, calm down. Edward's hand darted out in a flurry of motion, a desperate attempt to undo the misunderstanding.
面白いんじゃなくて不思議で、ウバは僕を知らなかったから。
It's not amusement I seek. I was simply curious, as my nanny never reprimanded me. I guess his parents didn't raise him? I dare say you never caused her trouble?
いや、そんなにいい子じゃなかったのに。
I need to reel it in and get it together right now. I need to get it together. Though I wouldn't call myself a good boy. Anyways, Well, judging by the peaceful way you lied on your bed, I'd say you are. I need to calm down. With a playful glint in my eye, I reached out to poke his cheek, but he swiftly intercepted my hand.
本当にそう見えるの？
Do you really think that of me? Pulled by a sudden force, I found myself struggling against the bed sheets. Oh! The momentum threw me on top of him as if I were to eat him alive. What? How did we end up on top of him? What just hit us? His eyes widened in surprise, clearly not anticipating this unexpected turn of events. Attempting to quell the frantic pounding in my chest, I parted my lips to utter a word. Okay. A shared reflex pulled us both upright, our eyes drawn to the imposing door as if an invisible force. A sudden recollection of the handbook sparked in my mind, prompting me to hesitantly address him. My lord, we should remain silent. Edward offered no response to my query, his face drained of color, as if he had committed some heinous act.
お母さんだ。
Oh, it's his mom? Mother? I beg your pardon?
お母さんが僕を呼んでいる。
My mother is calling for me. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna crash out. His words sparked confusion within me. What kind of mother would pound on her son's door like that? A grimace contorted in his face at the sound of the renewed pummeling on the door. Wasn't Mom mean? Like, okay, I know she's dead, but I'm also confused. So is this her ghost?
お墓参りに行くたびに君のことをたくさん考えているんだ。
When I visit the mausoleum these days, I find myself thinking of you even more. The confusion in his eyes gradually faded, replaced by an untraversable darkness.
僕が悪いことをしたんだ。
I should not have. This is my fault. Shouldn't have what? You can't truly believe that, can you? A familiar face surfaced from my mind. The face of the one who had taught me the rules. Wait, was it Miss Queller? Did Olivia Queller claim that that was your mother? My gaze locked onto his hands as he grasped the necklace tightly around his neck. The red gem, which had been glinting in the moonlight, vanished into the shadows cast by his hand. A maelstrom of rage churned within me, threatening to erupt like a volcano. Never mind, I'll prove to you it's not her. Even if it were the spirit of the lady of this house, I cannot stand idly by and witness her torment her own son. With steely resolve, I rose to my feet, only to abruptly be pulled back down by the restraining force around my wrist. Edward had not released his hold on my hand, his grip unwavering.
やめてくれ。
Please don't. But my lord.
僕は大丈夫。ただ、もう寝たい。
I'm fine, Clara. I wish to sleep. Why do I feel like Miss Queller is actually the one knocking on everybody's door and doing all this stuff because she's trying to like steal their money or something? Like, I don't know, like something stupid. Unable to resist, I yielded and settled back down on the edge of his bed. Edward's eyelids fluttered shut, the blue moon painting his face in a ghostly light. Keeping an eye on the door, I sang a soothing lullaby, my voice gently balm to his troubled spirit. As the last note faded into the quiet night, sleep descended upon him, offering a temporary haven from the chilling echoes of the door. The relentless pounding, unlike Edward had said before, still haunted his sleep. Withdrawing a hand from his grasp, I rose to my feet, each step weighing Each step a weighty echo in the stillness of the night. As I neared the door, its darkness seemed to beckon me closer. Why did that sound scare me so bad? I was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna die. With a crack, the door yielded, letting in a flood of inky blackness. The corridors of the house, already barren in daylight, now appeared as hollow and desolate as a forgotten crypt. The silence was absolute, broken only by the frantic rhythm of my heart. This was not comforting refuge described in the pages of the handbook. It was a place of secrets and shadows, a place where hope struggled to survive. Then why did Edward stop me from opening the door? Perhaps within the darkness he conjured an image of his mother, a vision born of yearning and guilt. It was a fragile illusion, a spiderweb spun in the dead of night, ready to be shattered at the first touch of truth. The longer he held on to the illusion, the deeper he sank into the abyss of self-deception, leaving me to wonder if he would ever find the courage to confront the truth that awaited him outside the door. A deep sigh, laden with exhaustion and a sense of foreboding, escaped my lips. Sleep, yet again, would be an elusive visitor tonight, I thought to myself, closing the door behind me. Okay, so I don't know what's actually happening, but my curiosity is piqued. But that was chapter 3. Chapter 4 will be in the next episode. Bye!